For every day in October, I'm gonna build a part in my level based on a theme I get from this random spinner. Now, I have 0 creator points, so my only goal is to finish all 31 parts of my level this month and get it rated. There are 2 rules. The first rule is that when I get a theme, I take it off the wheel and I have to do it no matter what. The second rule is that I have to upload each and every part as a YouTube video from the 1st of October to the 31st. Will I finish the challenge? Or will I succumb and fail? Alright, day 6. Give me something special here. Oh, it's... What is that? Beach? Tidal wave time. Come on! Alright, let's go! Hello everyone, and welcome to Blocktober day 6. Okay, now in the recent parts I've made 1 core, pool. Snow, pretty good. 1 object, pretty good. Factory, pretty good. Jungle. That's the last one we made. Ah, the beach. Lovely. I quite like the beach. The beach is very relaxing. The beach, what can I say about the beach? The beach is very sunny. The beach is cool. You can get a tan there. You can go fishing. You can do all sorts of things at the beach. Alright, now I'm gonna shut up about the beach and tell you guys what I'm building. For the ground, I'm gonna try and base it off that one build that Kuluk did for that one competition. I don't know what it was, but I can remember it in my mind somewhere, and it looked really cool. And it wasn't an actual level, so it's not really ceiling, is it? Yeah, it's ceiling. You know what? I shouldn't be overthinking this. I'm literally copying a sandy beach floor. That's all I'm copying from his level, nothing else. So that's not ceiling, is it? Hey, post-production manga here. I was talking about Kuluk's submission for Erzi's Creator Clash. However, the ground of this level doesn't even look similar to my part anyway. Also, fun fact, Kuluk made this in 1 hour. And this just goes to show how far ahead creators like Blee and Kuluk are compared to everyone else. Okay, now the base of the sandy part is done. Now we're gonna copy value, add a nice little gradient here, and probably put it to like brightness about there. I would say that would give us a more defined sandy look while also giving us that depth that we need in our blocks. We don't want our sand to be just a solid flat color, do we? And now if we look at it, ooh, I'm gonna shut up. And right now I have near to 0 ideas for the block design, so I'm just gonna keep on making the background. Like, I'm gonna make a slightly darker pile of sand here. Oh, I just thought of a really cool plan with this. Okay, so instead I'm gonna make small circles made out of 2 sections, a semicircle and another semicircle. And then I'm gonna make a wavy little ocean here. And now I think you guys are gonna start to see my vision. My idea is that these sort of islands sort of reflect off of the blue sea. So kind of like that. Actually, no, if we use blending with this glow, we move it up a layer. Ooh, but we need to make it a little bit less bright, so something like that. Yeah, that adds some shine without looking too obvious. Okay, the texturing of this ocean is coming together quite nicely. I can move them around like that and they look fine, so I can make them look like kind of actual islands. Okay, this is kind of revolutionary. So I'm gonna put the biggest ones in the front because of the parallax effect, and put very small ones in the back like that. Objects that are closer to you seem bigger. You know what? I'm feeling kind of lazy. I'm just gonna make the block design an extension of the sand. Instead of having them just blank, I might as well just add some texturing on them. Never hurts to add some texturing. The way to texture is find out where the lighting and shadows are coming from and what details the block should have subtly. Something pretty good for texturing you can always use is 2.1 blocks. So usually for shading, I have 3 aspects: the base block, the texturing block, and the shading. And now this should be barely above the base block, and this should be about a layer above the base block, and it turns out to look like that. People assume to use the color black whenever they're shading, and it usually doesn't do them favors. Like personally me, I always used to use a low opacity black shading thing, like a gradient on everything whenever I would try to shade. And then I'm gonna add a little shine to the sand because, you know, beach, sandy, it shines like a bandy. Like, what am I saying? Anyways, just keep on adding little shading parts onto the ground, and I should be able to shade the ground properly. Also, this ground shading should be a little more strong, just so it's a little more noticeable. Then I really like adding a really big ray of light just coming down from the ceiling at like T3 or something, and it just adds that extra layer of glow that you really like to see in a level. Like, yeah, that's the atmosphere. Look at it with, look at it without. Sometimes when you go to the beach, you see these little boats sailing in the little ocean in a faraway place, and that's kind of cool. So I'm gonna implement it into this part, and it looks cool. That looks cool, right? That's how boats look, right? And then I'm just gonna have it there in the background, just very slightly, like a little little addition. The subtle additions add everything, you know. You know what? This is just going to be the layer for nice little additions in the background. Okay, so now I made a little cloud design with 3 parts. The highlight, the shadow, and the drop shadow. Genius, am I right? This kind of is a nice, relaxing, peaceful section though. I like it. It's very calming. Okay, tell me why I just pressed H and I activated the hitboxes and there's supposed to be spikes in this part. I thought I was nearly done. So now I have to do this whole spike design. You know what? Spike design's not even hard. I don't know what I'm complaining. I just take like 30 seconds to make each spike. And it should be pointing in that direction. So it looks like that. Okay, it looks pretty good. And the spike design is just going to follow the same pattern as the block design. Just highlight, shadow, drop shadow. That's all I need to do. And you know what? I'm going to be extra lazy. I'm just going to scale this down and put it like that. That's what I'm going to do. And that's basically a nerf, by the way. I'm just going to delete those 2. In the background, there's going to be a little palm tree there. Just a little nice palm tree. And I'm going to use these objects to try and make the palm tree texture. The what tree texture, you may ask? Oh boy, the palm tree. And this little ship object could move across the water. If we just get a move trigger here and set it to move before the scene appears, and then move it X 1000 and move time about like 80 or something. See what it doesn't move anywhere? Oh, that's because it's not on this group. If we set it to the right group, where does it move? Okay, we can see a little movement there, but not enough to warrant too much. And then what I am noticing is a severe lack of texturing in these semicircles that we have. To low opacity and warp that to become the entire island. Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm liking the look of that. That's very nice. And then if we add that texturing to every single sand structure, we should have a believable sand structure. And then for the word beach, I'm just gonna try and make it like someone's etched the word beach into the sand and it gets washed away or something. So I'm gonna have a compilation of different sized objects here. Some very small, some very big. It creates an illusion that it's good looking. So now I'm pretty sure that little sign thing is done. Ooh. I can't help but realize the ground lacks a lot of texture. So you know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste this texture and put it onto the ground because I'm lazy. They're never gonna know. Anyways, that's practically done. So I think we should end it off there and check it out how it looks in normal. Oh wait, before I have to do that, I need to put in the time for that. It was 1 hour and 5 minutes. So 1 hour, 5 minutes. I don't know how it's consistently 1 hour, 5 minutes. Watch, it was 1 hour, 1 minute, 50 minutes, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 25. I'm trying to spend the least time possible on each section while still making it look very good. And that sort of seems to be about 1 hour and 10 minutes for me. Now, let me just show you guys this absolutely lovely Blocktober part. There we go. Core. Ooh. Snow, cool. One object, pretty sick. Factory, I like it. Jungle, it's cool. Beach, it's cool. I like cool things. I like cooking. Blocktober parts, they're so fun to make. Ha ha ha. I love the beach. I love the beach. I love the beach. I love the beach.